When I think about loneliness, I think of a specific season in my life, a specific period where I had a lot of things going on. I had just moved to a brand new city, in a brand new state. I didn't know a lot of people. I'd spent months studying for the bar exam, and at the time I'd just finished taking the bar exam. I didn't have a job. I was struggling financially. I really needed money, but I didn't have money. Emotionally, I was struggling as well, and other things going on here and there, and I didn't have a lot of people to turn to. I had to start sourcing for help from family, even from friends who were far from me at the time. It was just such a peculiar period in my life that the only person I felt I could lean on was myself. And so I started to lean inwards, and I started to fall into this lonely place. And the thing about loneliness is it leads you into making some very, very silly and unhealthy decisions, and that was exactly what I started to do. I started to put myself in situations where I shouldn't have been, because I was trying to make up for the fact that I was lonely and I was struggling and there was no one to talk to. And so I started to act out all by myself. So when I'm talking about loneliness, I'm talking about how I was able to deal with it, how I was able to get out of it. I am not a psychologist. I'm just sharing with you what I have learned and what I think will be able to help you if you're going through that particular experience as well. Why loneliness is not a healthy thing, it's because man was not created to exist in isolation. We were not created to be alone. Even God said it was not good for man to be alone, and so he created Eve. I know a lot of pastors or a lot of people think of that Bible verse in the concept of marriage, man getting married, but I don't think it's just about marriage alone. I think it's also in terms of existence. I think God meant that it wasn't good for Adam to exist by himself. He needed a companion, he needed a friend, he needed someone to talk to. And I think that is why when we fall into loneliness, it's always quite difficult for us, and it's always unhealthy and unusual and out of place for us to deal with. Off and on, I'll be talking about loneliness as a single person, but even in the place of marriage, because I know a lot of people think that getting married is a solution to loneliness, but that is a big fat lie. That is absolutely not true. You cannot run away from loneliness, so to say, into marriage thinking, this person will be the cure to my loneliness. If you were lonely when you were single, you will still be lonely even in your marriage. The fact that you're waking up to and seeing the same person every single day doesn't mean that that person is going to be the cure to your loneliness. I think loneliness is a personal thing that we all need to deal with by ourselves. In order to deal with loneliness, I would say the very first thing you need to do is ask yourself, what are you struggling with? Why are you lonely? You can't say, but I don't know, but that's why I'm here. No, we know, we just might not be ready to accept it. There is always something, there's always a trigger that pushes us into that place where we think, nobody can understand, nobody gets it, nobody can help. I have only myself to lean on. There is always a trigger, be it the death of a loved one, be it the loss of a job, be it, in my case at the time, financial struggles, something. There is always something, or maybe even emotional struggle, There is always a trigger. There is always something that will push you into that place of nobody gets it. Everyone is living their lives and nobody gets it. There is always that thing. So in order to be able to move forward and get past it, you first need to be able to admit it to yourself that, I am here because of this. I am at this point because I'm trying to deal with this. Another question that I would say you need to ask yourself is, the thing that is causing this loneliness, is it something that is within your control? Is it something that you can do something about? Or is it something that's out of your hands? what is the situation. In my case, at the time, I was struggling financially. I needed money. So what could I have done? Intensified my efforts to get a job. Try to get a job as much as I can, not just say, oh, I look for a job for 1 week and I didn't get anything and so I'm not gonna look again. No. So it was within my control to keep looking for a job up until I got something. But even if the situation doesn't have anything to do with your finances, the concept is still the same. Is this something you can do something about, or is this something that is out of your control? If we continue to sit in that place of maybe self-pity, or that place of, oh, the world hates me, or the world is against me, nothing, absolutely nothing is going to change. Life is in phases, ups and downs, and we go through so many phases. And for some, it might seem like, oh, why are the downs outweighing the ups, or whatever the case may be. But in reality, we just have to learn that where we are right now is just a going through. No matter what challenges they are that you're going through, you're just going through them, and that is not your destination. That is not, you're not done. You are not done. You can't afford to just throw in the towel and just give up and just say, oh, you know what, I'm done. Whatever happens, you can't afford to do that, because you are not done. You are not there yet. How about maybe try talking to someone? Now, I know that it might be difficult to find that person that will really understand what you're going through, but I bet there is at least one person that will listen and will be able to understand, and not someone that would tell you to get over it, not someone that would just try to motivate you to get out of it, but someone that really listens to you and hear you. I'm sure you should be able to find at least someone. That is something else that you can do. Talk to someone. Don't shut your doors and turn down the curtains and watch movies from morning till night and say, oh, I don't feel like it, I don't want to talk to anybody. Talk to someone. A problem solved is half shared, like they say. And listen, like some people say, a closed mouth is a closed to destiny. If you don't talk to people, how are they going to help you? How are they going to help you? Now, what I'm about to say might sound a bit cliche, but just think about it. How about counting your blessings? Yes, I know. I'm sure you're thinking, oh, but what are you talking about? What is she talking about? But the thing is, sometimes we get so focused on our problems and our issues and the things we're still trusting God for, that we forget to count the seemingly little blessings in our lives. We forget to thank God that, we are alive. Even if you think that your life is worth nothing, I bet you there are at least 1 million people in this world who would trade their lives for yours. Because what you count as inadequacies are blessings to some other people. And that's just the way life is. So how about you take a minute and just say, thank God for this. Oh, but I have this. I don't have a job right now, but I had a job. And that means I had an experience that I can put on my resume in order to get another job. Some people don't even have the half of the experience that you have. So how about you count your blessings? I've noticed that a major cause of loneliness in our world today is comparison, and it is a theft of joy and the theft of your peace. And I'm telling you, you do not want to fall down that hole where you start to compare your life with other people's, especially on social media. You do not want to do that, because the more you do that, the more you continue to belittle yourself and lose sight of the amazing things that you have done. Yes, you might not have 100,000 subscribers, but guess what? How about that one subscriber that you have whose life has been completely transformed just because of you. Yes, you might still be single and you're 35, but guess what? You have your peace of mind. How about that person that is married at 22 but completely unhappy and trying to get out of that marriage? Do you understand what I'm saying? So you might think, oh, your life is lacking. Maybe you are supposed to be where you are right now, and all you need to do is just trust God for that next level, for that next experience. You know, sometimes we need to take a deep breath and just understand that social media is not real world. Social media is not real world. We all post our best sides, our achievements, our accomplishments on social media, but you hardly see people posting their failures, talking about their inadequacies, talking about their negativities. Everyone is practically perfect on social media, but that is not real world. So don't get sucked into that hole of comparison and thinking, oh, you're behind, or like my people say, breakfast. Meaning we are all going to eat breakfast. Now you might decide to eat yours at 7 a.m. I might decide to eat mine at 10 a.m. But breakfast is breakfast, and we all are going to eat some. Okay? But if you don't take anything away from this video, I want you to take this away. I want you to understand that you have life. You have life, and whilst you are still alive and breathing, there is still hope for you, and it can change like that. Just like that. That is what keeps me going every single day, my faith in God, and the fact that I am alive, the fact that I know that it only takes a second for an entire life to be transformed. It's not because I'm perfect. It's not because my life is perfect. It's not because I have everything that I desire. It's because I know that where I am right now is not my destination. I'm on a journey. I'm still going. So whilst I might be struggling with some things right now, this is not the end of me. This is a me in progress. So whilst others might be living their lives and achieving great things, I celebrate them. I applaud them, because I know my time will come for me to be celebrated as well. My time will come for me to be applauded as well. And same for you also. I hope you found this video very, very helpful. If you have, please subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and drop a comment sharing your loneliness experience, if any, or what you've learned from this video. My name is Olori Esho, or Adenike. I'll see you again very, very soon. I pray God blesses you, your homes, your marriages, your relationships. Most importantly, I pray God blesses you. Remain in God, and God bless you. Mwah. Bye.